Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing good. A very good afternoon to everyone. I hope everybody is doing good. And how much we have completed. So I'm good. I'm good actually. Where we were in the last class, shall we start? Yes. Shall we start where we were? Nuclear chemistry, right? So nuclear chemistry. Okay. Yeah, almost we have completed. Almost. It's the last class of the atomic structure. Maybe well, by today we will start with the what mole concept. Mole concept may you will not feel that much difficulty now as you have already done with the ITC. ITC, all concepts you have to remember for the mole concept. I hope you all are writing to the host only. Co-host by the way, you all are, why you people are writing to the host? Why you people are writing to the host by the way? I know why I haven't shared the screen. ITC is repeated in mole. Yes, Roshan, ITC will be repeated in the mole. Okay, let me share the screen now. Just a minute. Mole concept is bit easy. It's a okay. So basically, we have done with the okay by these all these things, and I am thinking that tomorrow you have holiday, right? Isn't it? Tomorrow you have holiday. Yesterday I was on leave. Today's class we have, right? So let's finish the atomic structure with the doubts. Okay. Because in the last class on Saturday, right? Saturday I took your class. No, no, not Sat. It's Monday, Wednesday, yes. Wednesday, I took your class. I discussed the atomic structure doubts. I am thinking to start, not actually. Okay, we'll see what will the scenario after. I mean, let me finish the atomic structure first. Okay, then we have studied with the radioactive theory of disintegration we have done. Alpha, beta numbers we have counted. Artificial nuclear reactions we have done. Okay, sun, whatever the energy generation in the stars due to the nuclear fusion we have done. Okay, isn't it? Even you can mention here, after this you can, just a minute. Here you can mention that hydrogen bomb is based on the concept of nuclear fusion. What happened, Viyaksha? What you want to say? Why to start the mole concept in the next? Ma'am, reduce the thickness of the font. Is it? Is it? No, I guess so. I know that. Don't decrease. I'm not going to decrease it. If I decrease it, then it will create a problem to me. Yeah, everybody is saying second. Keep it same. I am keeping it same only. Everybody is saying keep it same. So majority, okay, okay, not an issue. Hydrogen bomb is based on the concept of the nuclear fusion. Okay. Okay, then fission fusion we have completed, right? Just a minute. Acha, fission and fusion, all these things I have done. Nothing is left in the atomic structure. Fusion also I have done. Then what is left? Nothing. Just a minute. Let me check in your sheet also because yeah, there is one topic left. I got it. I got it. Yeah, yeah. Because last class I do not remember what I said to you people. Anyways, nothing left, yeah. Is it? Nah, okay. Once also, I should also have the surety that I have complete everything from the atomic structure. Uh, fission fusion we have done. Iso differs also I told you. Have I told you about group displacement law? No, I haven't told you about the group displacement law. No, chalo, write it down, please. Write it down. This is the last topic of the atomic structure. Group displacement law. Write it down. When one alpha emission takes place, from a nuclei, okay, new formed nuclei occupy two positions left in periodic table. When there is a one alpha mission is taking place, I have already told you about the alpha mission. When alpha emission is taking place from a nuclei, whatever the nuclei which is forming new occupy the two positions which are left in the periodic table. And similarly, don't need to go that much in detail. When one beta emission takes place from a nuclei, new nuclei, new formed nuclei, you can write, occupy one position, occupy one position right in periodic table. It is left in periodic table, it is right in periodic table. Actually, you can see the seventh period. There are vacancies are still, if eighth period will come, vacancies will be left, right? So how that particular, who will occupy those positions? So basically they want to say one alpha emission is taking place from a nuclei. The new formed nuclei will occupy the two position. When one beta emission is taking place from a nuclei, the new formed nuclei occupy one position right in the periodic table. And due to emission of one beta particle, please remember isobars will be formed. Isobars are formed. Okay, isobars are what? Can you please tell me what are the isobars? As I have already told you in the ITC, what are isobars? Can anybody tell me? Everything I will tell you. What you will do then? Same mass number. Okay, and atomic number will be different. Yes, isobars. Okay, or you can say examples. You can say carbon and nitrogen. Example are there. Due to emission of one alpha particle, isodiphers are formed. And due to emission of one alpha and two beta, if there will be an emission of one alpha and the two beta, okay, so there will be a generation of isotopes. Isotopes are formed. This was the group displacement law which was given by the Fazan. Fazan and the Soddy. Fazan is again a very good scientist. Fazan have a very big role in the chemical bonding. We will study in the chemical bonding. There is called Fazan's rule. Yes, Abhiram, absolutely right. The same value of N minus P is called isodiphers. And Shashank, Vijendra, Rishikesh, Dhruv, and Science Seeker. These 5 people will send your homework to your class in charge, please, by today. Nagesh Sarko, you can send the homework. They will check it. Have you written? Everybody have written this group displacement law? I am saying the name once. Shashank, that is 21503. Science Reeker, that is 21506. Vijendra, 21508. Rishikesh, 21513. And Dhruv Charan. 20016. Yes. Have you done? Atomic structure theory is completed. Nothing is left in the atomic structure. Okay. And just tell me that what we have already discussed. I mean, some doubts I have already taken from the atomic structure. Till where you have completed the atomic structure sheet? Can you please tell me? And what is the this week? What is coming in the test? क्या रहा है टेस्ट में आपकी बार? What is coming in the test? This is 25th July, right? 25th of July ko there will be complete IUPAC structure will come. Yes, absolutely right. Yes. So better I am discussing the sheet also because that day also I have discussed the sheet, by the way. Yes, please, can somebody tell me from where till which section I have discussed the sheet? And I hope you all have completed. No excuses will be taken now. No excuses I'll take. I hope atomic structure, because yesterday also I was in leave. So it's your duty to complete the atomic structure sheet, right? So if you are not, you haven't do it yet, please, it's not, I mean, I am doing my duty with the proper, with the planner. So make sure, because yesterday I was on leave, you wasn't enough time. Yesterday you had 2 classes with me. It means it was your free time. What you did in the last class. Acha, Tarun saying all discussed. Tarun, is it? Have I discussed all atomic structure sheet? If I have discussed, then I'll for sure start that mole concept by today. me. Yes, okay, okay, I have discussed it. Section H not discussed. Section H have you done? Totally discuss. Section H में कुछ नहीं है उतना तुम कर लोगे और अगर तुम्हें कुछ ज्यादा difficult लगता है तो you can skip that. It's not a big issue. Nuclear chemistry is not that much. I mean, in the you are very. They do not ask the questions on the nuclear chemistry from 2 multi. What are the important topics in this chapter? If I'll say about the atomic topics में, sorry, important topics में there will be Bohr model. If I'll say according to the sheet, then it will be Bohr model should be there, spectrum should be there, probability curves should be there. These are the important parts. Bohr model is too much important though. Spectrum, Bohr model. And one question from photoelectric effect for sure. Okay. As I have already discussed the atomic structure sheet, as students are also saying it to me, I am starting with the mole concept chapter because I have to. If I will not start the atomic structure chapter, we will be lagging behind in the syllabus, right? So you should, arey bhai, mole concept next week it will come, right? If next week it will come, then I have to complete it, right? Isn't it? Shall I start with the mole concept? Shall I? Yes or no? Yes, everybody? How many of you are saying that should I start the mole concept? Raise your hand. Tell me fast. Okay, this much. Okay, and what about? Okay, lower your hands, please. Lower your hands, please. Lower your hands, please. अरे बस करो भाई, बस करो बस. Those who want that, please don't start the mole concept. Those people raise the hand. Those who want that, don't start the mole concept. No, only one. Siddharth, then you are the least one. No, okay, everybody is saying mole concept. Chalo, let me start with the mole concept now. Okay. So I have a personal kind of a suggestion to you people. Doing the mole concept question is an easy task. Now, why? Just because we have already done with the ITC. Now, mole concept is easy and you will understand the things in a better manner. Believe me. Okay, because you in the starting everybody is new in the class 11 and there is a kind of hustle bustle was there in the ITC, right? Just because every time with every batch it is there, the not a completely, it's a big, not a big issue. Just giving you a revision of ITC. Please, can you open your notes of ITC? Everybody, please open your notes. And one more thing, who attend all my classes of ITC? Raise your hand once. Okay. 5 people will send the homework to class in charge. and I am selecting these people these three people will send the ITC notes to me. ITC notes to me. Clear everybody? I want to check. Okay. Total ITC notes. Are I am saying ITC, Tarun. What you are saying total mole concept. These three people will send. When you will get to the time you can send. I want to check the notes of these people. Then I'll see. And Preetham, if I will use the whiteboard, then it will create a difficulty for me. And I have already told, should I use the blackboard or a whiteboard? Okay, black is fine, I guess. Because why? Preetham, why? Just because I also face so much difficulty in the whiteboard. Uh, why? Because there is a kind of a problem with the white color I have. No, but the thing is, I have already told to you, especially to Preetham, I have already told you that please write parallelly with me because 100 students are writing in the class. I cannot stop for the one student. Okay. So you have to write anyhow parallelly with me, or you can take the screenshot parallelly. I don't have any problem if you're taking the screenshot, but don't say to me in the last that ma'am show the screenshots. But because it will be I have another clause, then it create a some kind of mess. At the end, I want to be able to show you. But when I am completing the first page, then you have to take the screenshot. It's my personal request to you because out of 100 students everybody is writing, you are the only one you are doing this, so it's a humble request from my side. Okay, now what I am saying is we are starting with the okay. Siddharth is asking, I am feeling some difficulty in ITC, so I be feeling difficulty in mole concept? Not at all, not at all, Siddharth. Why? Because there's some new topics, limiting reagent, POAC, concentration term. These topics are, this is the mole, in this particular topic, actually mole questions are asked. And these are very easy topics. I will tell you how to do it. No worries at all. Be motivated in the mole concept. Okay, nothing will be, there will not be any kind of issue will come. Okay. Okay. Now in the ITC, initially ITC, मैं just giving you the revision. No need to, you don't need to write it though, because you already have the notes, right? So basically, in the ITC, what I told you, initially I told you about the Dalton atomic theory. This I'm giving you just a quick revision kind of a thing. Okay. Dalton atomic theory, which told us that atom is indivisible. But we have already seen that further discovery led to the electron, proton, and the neutron, right? There are the three fundamental particles which we have already dealt with, right? Now, after this, we studied about the mole concept, as in we first studied about the RAM, that is relative atomic mass. Those students who attended the class of mine, I give you the elephant example, isn't it? Container, cylinder example, isn't it? Relative means I am taking with respect to carbon 12, and 1 AMU is equal to 1 by Avogadro's number. You know how I proved this thing. You have to remember this, right? These all things I told you in the ITC. Then I told you about main mole, three formulas, which around this whole mole concept is revolving. What is that? Mole is equal to what? Given mass by molar mass. Another formula is what? Number of particles divided by the Avogadro's number. And these number of particles can be atoms, can be electrons, can be ions, can be molecules. anything, right? If there is a gaseous state, then mole formula is given volume divided by 22.4, isn't it? Yes. After this, I told you about what? क्या बताया था इसके बाद? Some unit conversions I told you. What unit conversion? Pressure, volume, and temperature unit conversions I told you. Then I told you about PV is equal to nRT. That is an ideal gas equation. Right? After this, I told you about the R. This is the gas constant, which are having three values, which we are going to study in detail after this mole concept chapter actually. Then we'll be having some other things, what? Average atomic mass and all these things, which we are again going to study in the mole concept, okay? So, in the mole concept, let's start with the laws. This will help you in the IP exam also. Just a minute. IP exams also के लिए भी this will be helpful. Okay. ITC is up to average atomic mass. No, bache, actually, it is not like that. ITC is basically the introduction to chemistry. When a student is new to the physical chemistry, we teach them, I mean, that particular student is taught by the ITC only. Why? To take you in that world where the physical chemistry is going on, right? If we will not, I mean, some coaching institutes, what they do, they teach first the atomic structure, then they teach mole concept, and ITC is only in the resonance planner. You will not find any kind of ITC chapter in other coaching institutes, to be very honest, right? In any other college, you will not find it. Similarly, there are so many topics are there where you will see it that ITC will not be there. Other topics are also not there. These are made by ourselves so that, okay, we don't want to create a kind of a hype because atomic structure in the starting is very interesting. Why? Because there is a electron proton discoveries there. Electron proton discovery, and when the students come new to the 11th, and we, if some other colleges do, they teach electron proton and neutrons and all these things, so that students should develop interest. But resonance, there is different methodology. We are giving you bit difficult task initially only, so that you will be prepared by yourself, right? Because otherwise it will be create a kind of a difficulty. Okay. Now, mole concept mein, there are 5 laws which you have to study from the NCRT. NCRT say you have to study, okay? Everybody can study it from the NCRT. No, though I am telling you, but still you can study it for IP also, okay? There is laws of chemical combination. Laws of chemical combination, which is further divided into further 5 parts. Law of conservation of mass, which you have already studied in your smaller classes. Law of constant proportion. Law of multiple proportion. Law of reciprocal proportion. And there is Gay-Lussac law. Make sure that everybody is writing parallelly with me. In the end, I am strictly saying I will not show it to you. Strictly means strictly. I mean, because it was not in the initially it was not there in the class. It's like that because you have changed the behavior of the class. In the last time I'm showing the pages, this page, that page, because everybody was writing parallelly with me. Now what happened to you, right? So I am saying that you have to write it, means write it. You have to make the habit of it, especially him, that particular guy. Who is that? Preetham. Or if you won't be able to write, then you can watch the recording. Because in the class also, when there will be offline class, obviously you will write it now. And in the offline class, so let's say there's some theories coming. So any teacher will not even write on the board. They will speak it that please write this line. So don't be, you are not, now you people are enough mature. No spoon feeding is not going on. Yeah, law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion, law of multiple proportion, law of reciprocal proportion, Gay-Lussac law. Written everybody? Now we are having the law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Have you written till here? Tell me please, tell me fast. Okay, what is the definition of law of conservation of mass? In conversion of any process, you know that there is any kind of a reactant in the reaction. There will be any kind of a product in the reaction, right? So in conversion of any process, mass will be constant and it is also not dependent on dependent on the physical state. Solid, liquid, gas doesn't matter. The mass will remain constant, whether it is in the whether it is in the reactant or the product. The proper definition of this particular law of conservation of mass is what? A matter can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical reaction. That is, total mass in a chemical reaction is always constant. Is always conserved, you can say. That's why we are saying conservation of mass. Let's take the example. First, write it down the theory. In NCRT book, what is the name? It will be, I guess, it will be first chapter, some basic concepts of the chemistry. Now let's take the example of it. Basically, let's say water is in equilibrium with ice. There is a voice, ice and the water. They are both are in equilibrium with each other. Equilibrium sign is like double-headed arrow. This is liquid, obviously, you know, and ice, you know, already solid. So I am saying before reaction, it is if it is 18 gram, so after reaction also it will remain 18 gram. It is not like that water का 18 ग्राम है तो उसके बाद ice बनने के बाद वो 18 ग्राम से अलग हो जाएगा. No, it is not like that, right? So you can write the mass before reaction is equal to mass after reaction. Isn't it? Let's say other example. Carbon plus oxygen is reacting and forming CO2. So it is 12 gram, it is 32 gram. So obviously you are getting 44 gram here. But this law was failed. Can somebody tell me how this law was failed? In what particular reaction this law was failed? You have already studied that. Can somebody think? Absolutely right, Roshan. Very good, excellent. Roshan, give me the right answer. No, Harshit. Anybody else? Nuclear chemistry, very good. Why? Due to the Einstein equation E is equal to mc square. Here the energy change. There was a mass defect. This particular mass defect is equal to energy release. Energy was releasing from air. That energy release was what called. Due to that, this law was failed. Law was failed. Nuclear chemistry, mein, this law was not applicable. Write it down this much. After this, we are having the second law, that is law of constant proportion. Have you written till here? Everybody have written till here? Okay. After this, we are having law of, call it constant proportion or definite proportion. Definite proportion. Law of constant or definite. Yashwant, in the box it is written mass before reaction is equal to mass after reaction. Arey bhai, water is in 18 gram, so ice will be 18 gram. It is not like that. Water become 28 gram. No, na, isn't it? So I am saying mass before the reaction is equal to mass after the reaction. Why? Because I have already mentioned it is also not dependent on the physical state. That's why I underline this line also, isn't it? Now you understood. Make sure that every you are listening. What I am saying, what I am underlining it. Is it? Okay. Now after this, we are having the law of constant or multiple, or law of constant or definite proportion. What is the definition of this law? A given compound always always contains exactly the same proportion of its element by weight. By weight, I am saying, irrespective of their source or method of preparation. What I am saying is, a given compound, it is a very interesting law though. First write it down, then I'll tell you what is there. Shall I proceed and tell you what is this law? A given compound always contain exactly the same proportion of its elements by weight, irrespective of their source or method of preparation. Means, what this law want to tell us? Let's say you are taking water from the tap water. Okay, please listen to me. Let's say you are taking the water from the tap water. What is the weight of the water? 18 gram. The same water you are taking from the ocean, the weight of that water also 18 gram. So it is not like that, whether whatever will be the source of that water, water will remain water only. It will be 18 gram only. This is the meaning of this particular law. A given compound always containing the same proportion of its elements by weight, irrespective of their source. Whatever will be the source. Let's say you are taking from the tap water, H2O is there, hydrogen is to oxygen. Hydrogen is a 2 and oxygen is a 16. So 1:8 ratio mein they will remain always. And let's say I'm taking from the ocean water, hydrogen is to oxygen, 2:16 means 1:8. Same ratio is there, whether the water is from tap water or ocean water. Yes or no? अरे भाई बता तो दो, are you getting it or not? Write it down, please. After this, the next law I am going to explain it. Ocean NaCl also you can take same. Isotopes का विकास rate it will be failed then. Dhruv, no. If you're taking the amount of ocean water, you cannot take the amount of salt. Acha, 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 acha. Jay Krishna is asking, ocean NaCl is also there. What about it? No, 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 no. We are not taking that particular. Okay, yeah, I got it. Dhruv and Jay Krishna is asking same doubt. They want to ask us that, ma'am, ocean water to contain salt. Then, so no, no, it is not like that. Water ka jo weight, whatever the hydrogen oxygen ratio will be there, it will remain same. The next law which we are having, what is the next law? Law of multiple proportion. Shall I write? Shall I flip the page? और हैव यू रिटन shall I or not? अरे बताओ भाई, आज कोई जवाब क्यों नहीं दे रहा है? Okay. Now we will be having the next law, that is law of multiple proportion. These things were not asked in the JEE, not at all. This I am telling you for the IP. You can do it for the JEE, you can do it for the IP also, because IP they can ask, but not in the JEE. This is not at all important. But you are having IP also, that's why I am telling you. Law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportion, what we have, I am writing a statement of it. Please write it down. When one element combine with other element, combines with other element to form to form two or more different compounds, then mass of the element which combines with constant mass of other element will bear a simple ratio to one another. When one element combine with the other element to form two or more different compounds, the mass of one element which combine with constant mass of other element will bear a simple ratio to one another. Write it down, then I'll give you the example to explain this law. What is after constant mass of other element will bear a simple ratio to one another. Now, what is this law? I am giving you an example of it. What is this? Let's take the example. Let's say I am having nitrogen and oxygen, right? And it can make it is having five types of compound it can make. Let's say N2O, NO, N2O3, okay, NO2, N2O5, right? Now tell me in N2O, nitrogen is having a weight. Surya, when I told to the Dhruv that what is this, then why you didn't hear? I have already told in the class, if somebody is asking the doubt, it means it is your doubt also. Every time if 100 students will ask this particular same thing, ma'am, what is after this? What is after this? Should I repeat for the 100 students? मैं एक बार बोलती हूँ तो उसे एक ही बार में पहचान लिया करो, मैं बार बार रिपीट नहीं करूंगी, आई विल नॉट रिपीट इट. It is constant mass of other element will bear a simple ratio to one another. Now let's come back to this example. N2O, NO, N2O3, NO2, N2O5. I have made these oxides of the nitrogen. Here, what is the mass of the nitrogen? Tell me fast. N2O. Nitrogen, shall I write 28 gram? Oxygen 16. Yes or no? Here I should write 14 and 16. Yes or no? Here should I write 48 and 28? Isn't it? Yes or no? अरे मास तो पता ही होगा. Do you know the masses of the oxygen and nitrogen? Now what I am doing is I am fixing. Let's fix the mass of nitrogen. Let's fix the mass of nitrogen. I am fixing the mass of nitrogen, and again taking the oxides. Now you people see. Let's say I am fixing it 28. You can fix oxygen also, not an issue, not a big deal. Now let's say if I have fixed 28, oxygen will be, tell me, oxygen will be 16. But here if I am fixing 28, oxygen will be what? Tell me, apply your mind, what will be it? Array, if I am fixing nitrogen will be 28, obviously oxygen will be 32. Isn't it? Here I am fixing 28, it will be 48. Here I am fixing 28, it will be what? 64. Here I am fixing it 28, then it will be 80. Yes or no? Understood? Understood or not? Yes. Now we can obtain the whole number ratio. From here, can I say these whole number ratio are coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nitrogen ko to already I have fixed it. Nitrogen already I have fixed it. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. How I write it? Let's say I am fixing 28 in whole these. Obviously, if I am fixing 28 is like this here, then if it is 14, relate 14, if it was 14, then it was 16. Now I am doubling the mass of nitrogen. Obviously, the oxygen mass will be doubled here, 32. Here, obviously, here already 28, 14, so it will be 64. 28 is already there, it will be 80, right? Now I am seeing oxygen in different compounds, different oxides is coming out to be whole number ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 5, 4 is to 5. Yes or no? Yes or no? 16 1 is 16, 16 to the 32. Yes or no? This what this law is saying to us, when one element combine with other element or two form different compound, mass of compound or with, when it will combine with other will bear a simple ratio. Yes, we are getting the simple ratio. Yes or no? Yes or no? Write it down. You can do with any example, you will get the same. Done everybody? Shall I proceed further and give you the next law definition? Shall I proceed further? Okay. What was the next law? Next law which we are going to do, law of reciprocal proportion. Again, it's an easy thing. These are the simple things. Mole concept is easy, nothing is there. Law of reciprocal proportion. In the law of reciprocal proportion, please write it down, the definition. The ratio of weights of two elements A and B combined separately with third element C is either the same or simple ratio of the weights in which A and B combine directly with each other. No worries, I'll explain you what is the meaning of it. The ratio of the weights of the two elements A and B combined separately with the third element C is either the same or the simple ratio of the weights in which A and B combine with directly with each other. First, write it down this statement, then I'll give you the meaning of this particular thing. Okay, so what is the meaning of this particular law? That is law of reciprocal proportion. Let's say we'll be having three elements. Let's say carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay. From carbon and hydrogen, I am making CH4. From hydrogen and oxygen, I am making water. From carbon and oxygen, let's say I am making CO2. Okay. Please listen it. I'll give you the time for the writing. You listen it once. Now, okay. Now, let's say carbon and hydrogen is in the ratio of their masses ratio 12:4. It means it will be 3:1. Yes or no? 12:4 means 3:1, right? Now let's say CO2 is in what? 12:32? Yes or no? It means 3:8. Yes or no? Yes. And hydrogen is to oxygen is what? 2:16 means 1:8. Yes or no? Yes. Their atomic masses ratio we have calculated. Now let's fix this 8. The whatever the number is coming, that particular 3:1, 3 is ka, 1 is ka, 3:1. Let's 8 we have fixed. 8 I am fixing it. So 3:1 is coming out to be a whole number ratio. This is called law of reciprocal proportion. The number should be come out to be whole number. It should not be in any kind of a decimal fraction, something like this. This is called law of reciprocal proportion. But the thing is, you have to fix one, then you will get it. Have you done? Have you written this example? Understood? But ma'am, can we fix left side value and write ratio with the right side ones? Yes, Gautam, you can write it down any, but here to 8 is to fix same now. That's why I'm fixing 8. But you can write the, if let's say in the sum example, it is coming out to be 16, 12. So you can fix any, okay? I am saying in this, carbon and hydrogen I am taking with the mass ratio, carbon, oxygen, mass, hydrogen, oxygen. I am taking the same, what I am taking is, I am taking their simple ratio. After taking the simple ratio, I have fixed one number. Whatever the number left, that should be in the whole number. This is the slope. When I am speaking, why you people are not listening properly? I am saying only that it will be a whole number ratio, right? अरे मोनीश बता तो दिया, कितनी बार बताऊं अब मैं? यस और नो? क्या प्रॉब्लम है बताओ मुझे, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? एंड देयर आर सम पीपल हु चेंज द नेम आल्सो. नागेश सर, प्लीज keep the eye on those students. Yes, Monish, what is the problem? Example I am saying, I have repeated this time, I am repeating third time. Why? Just because of you. That I am taking three elements, made the three compounds, write it down the masses, take the simplest ratio, fix the one and take the another. The another should be in the whole number. Okay. Now try to correlate the things. Akshay, are you getting the things? B Akshay. Nishant Varma. MD22071. Nishant, Akshay, are you getting the things? Understanding or not? Nishant is, I guess, not listening to the class. He's not responding. Okay. Then we are having the last law, that is called law of that is Gay-Lussac law. One is to 8 is the whole number ratio between CH4 and CO2. No, it is the whole number ratio between CO2 and water. Okay. Let's say it is coming out to be 3:1, it is 3:8. Let's fix 3. So 1:8 between CH4 and CO2. Here it is 3:1 and 1:8. So here you can fix any one number. Okay. Gay-Lussac law में, the next law which is having understood till reciprocal. Understood till reciprocal. Tell me fast. Okay. Now we'll be having the Gay-Lussac law, which says that gases combined in the simple ratio of their volume, provided all measurements should be at constant temperature and pressure. Gay-Lussac law is saying what? Gases, especially for gases only, combine within the simple whole number ratio of their volume, provided all the measurement should be at the same constant temperature and pressure. Means, what is the meaning of it? Please first write it down and then explain it with an example. What is the example for this question? Please now take the example seriously, like the previous one. Don't try to understand in one go. Let's say we are having a hydrogen. It is combining with the chlorine, okay, and it is forming HCl. Reaction is balanced. Yes. So how to read the reaction? First thing, how to read the reaction? I will say whatever will be the stoichiometry. In terms of mole, I will say 1 mole of this hydrogen is reacting with 1 mole of the chlorine to form 2 mole of HCl. Okay, this way how we will read a particular chemical reaction. But Gay-Lussac law is saying that rather than giving into the mole, you can also give it in terms of volume. So you can say 1 volume of H2O is reacting with 1 mole of chlorine to give 2 volume of HCl. Means if it is 20 ml, it is reacting with another 20 ml to form 40 ml. This it was told by the Gay-Lussac, the scientist, and this law was further come in detail with the in the gaseous chapter. Understood or not? But is after should be at constant. अरे मैं बार बार हमेशा यही लिखती हूँ constant को. I'm don't write like this. You people have I have told you this much of the third chapter I am at, but you are not understanding my shortcuts. I will always write constant at like this. अरे मेरे understood मेरे भी मतलब shortcuts try करो. No, HCl is a gas करो. After constant temperature, PEM, P then R. Okay. No, Roshan, it is not a coincidence. You can fix any. And take the another example also. Not a coincidence. Why? ऐसे कैसे? How can it be? After this, The laws are completed. Now we are going towards the what? Mole concept. If somebody asks you one question, let's say one question is coming to my mind. If I'm asking if two gases have same moles at STP, then their volume will also be same or not. This statement is, I mean, same. I mean, you can say this statement is true or false. If I'm saying if two gases have same moles at STP, their volume also will be same. True or false? Yes, same. True. Very good. By the Gay-Lussac law. Write it down, please. Write it down, please. Written. Written, everybody. Okay. Now after these laws, we'll be having some portion from the ITC and some portion from the mole concept. Both are common though. That is, though you have already studied this, but still I am giving you relative atomic mass. We have again started the ITC, right? But this will cover in the mole concept again, relative atomic mass. Now I will go not that much in the detail, but yeah, we'll brief all the things again. That is mass of one atom of an element divided by 1 AMU. Can I write like this? And 1 AMU, or you can say 1 U. This is called unified mass. Whether you are writing U or AMU, atomic mass unit, these both terms are same. Is equal to what? 1/12 of mass of one atom of C12 isotope. That is equal to how much? Can somebody tell me? Do you remember the value in the gram? Bolo jaldi. Tell me fast, what should I write here? In gram, I am saying. Nobody? Absolutely right. Yes, 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 24. This I have already told you. Now, if I am saying after relative atomic mass, we'll be having atomic mass. Atomic mass is what? Mass of one atom of an element in AMU. एक atom का mass, if I am considering in AMU, then that is called mass of one. Then it will be what? Let's say atomic mass and relative atomic mass is nothing but same only, not a big difference. That is only the relative atomic mass is what? 32. There is no unit of relative atomic mass, but atomic mass is what? Let's say for sulfur I am considering, then it will be 32 AMU. Same thing if I'll represent in terms of gram atomic mass, it will be mass of 1 mole of atom of an element. It means 32 AMU into, you have to convert it into gram. Avogadro numbers I have to multiply, right? So it will be what? 32 into 1.66 into 10 raised to power minus 24 for a gram. And for 1 mole, it will be what? 6.02 into 20 10 raised to power 23. This and this become 1. Why? Because both are reciprocal. So it will be 32 gram per mole. So gram atomic mass is in gram per mole. Atomic mass is in AMU. Relative atomic mass has no unit. This is the clear difference. Those who are having the confusion in ITC also, this also it will be cleared now. Write it down, please. No, RAM do not have any unit. Whenever any kind of a relative word will come in the chemistry, that unit, that particular term will never have a unit. That will always be dimensionless. This much everybody have written yes or no. Shall I proceed further? Okay. Now we are having, after relative atomic mass, gram atomic mass, will be having mole. Mole ka definition is what? I have given you though. What is the mole definition? Amount of substance which contain as many atoms, or it can be molecules, or it can be ions, or any entity which are equal to number of atoms in how much gram of carbon 12 isotope? In number of atoms of 12 gram of C12 isotope. Mole is basically representing the amount of the substance which contain. I have already told you what is mole. Mole is just a number. It's just representing amount of the substance. Mole is actually just a number. It is nothing. It is just a number only. Right? It doesn't. One doesn't get 12 banana. 12 is just a number. Likewise, mole is just a number. So 1 mole is equal to how much? 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, which is known as Avogadro's number. Represented as what? Na. Yes, written everybody. Calculation of number of moles I am giving you. This you know already, but still I am giving you. Write it down till here. It's a kind of ITC revision is going on. Written everybody or not? Tell me a bit fast. If I am asking something, you should give me the answer. Entity mean, Vijender, entity means any kind of, what you will say. Let's say you pick one thing. That particular, I will say entity. Entity means a thing which is having some existence. Okay. Now we'll be having the calculation of number of moles, which is again easy. Every time we have already know this calculation of number of moles. Please write it down the three formula by yourself. When number of particles are given, then it will be number of moles is equal to given number of particles divided by Avogadro's number. When mass of substance is given, then it will be number of moles is equal to given mass by molar mass. When for gases also you mentioned, if volume of gas is given under STP or NTP condition, then number of moles of gas is equal to what? Given volume of gas divided by molar volume of gas, that is 22.4 liter per mole. And this is in liter, then only the unit will come out to be mole. Okay. This is 22 point molar volume है ये. STP is the, I told you already that in the ITC old conditions क्या है, old definitions. STP is what? Pressure 1 atm, temperature 0 degree Celsius. But new condition में will be having pressure 1 bar, temperature 0 degree Celsius. And do you know one thing, a very interesting thing, molar volume at new condition is 22.7 liter per mole, but you will use 22.4 in the calculation. Don't use 22.7. write it down this much. Everybody done? I am giving you a question. I have already told you don't use 22.7 in the calculation. But if someone asks you like this way, what is the question? What is the, just let's say someone is asking to you, which is correct volume of, or you can say which is the correct, you can say which is correct molar volume value of a gas at STP. Okay, and options are 22.4 liter, 22.7 liter, 25 liter, and 24.63 liter. So then you have to select 22.7. Then so you, if in the option both are there, then you have to select the 22.7. Don't select 22.4. But for the calculations, you can follow the 22.4. But let's say if the gas is not under the STP, what you will do? Can anybody tell me? Gas is not under, let's say, STP or NTP condition. Then what you will do? How you will calculate the molar volume? Absolutely right. PV is equal to nRT. Very good. Then we use PV is equal to nRT. Okay. Here, volume, so if I divide with number of moles, it will be molar volume. Everybody have written it or not? Tell me a bit fast. Everybody have written or not? Written. Okay. Now we'll be having. Now I am starting with the numerical portion. We'll give you the numerical. Will be in from the. I mean, it's related to ITC only, but I have given you a recap also. Chalo. Let's say I'm giving you a question. "90 gram of glucose, which is C6H12O6, is given to us. What you have to calculate? Number of moles. Second part, you have to calculate number of moles of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen atoms. Third part, you have to calculate mass of carbon in it. Fourth, you have to calculate number of oxygen atoms in it. One question, fourth part. Do it once and give me the answer.